Ancient taking on Gamerlegion that did start with a victory against Habu, but then ended up losing on Vertigo against the likes of Ants. Pissed around, ready to start and some mid-aggression to kick us off.
Gamerlegion yet to peek out just yet, but Body will find that first kill. Acro trades one back with that P250, but man advantage now for the CT side. Make it a double. As Exercise will find a second. Looking for a little bit more. Needs to be a little bit cautious about going into a fight with a P250 though. There's a little bit of a fair fight rather than up against the Glock. Body using his two pistols to good use as he looks for maybe a little bit more. Absolutely no fear being shown whatsoever. And it is going to be a third for Exercise in that round as Heet do start it off well in that CT pistol. No bomb plant will mean that there won't be too much money for Gamerlegion to reinvest. So it is probably just the Glocks out. A perfect scenario for Heet to purchase up some SMGs and farm some money.
Yeah, CT side Ancient as well. So you want to get a good lead from the start. Get comfortable. Heet obviously playing against Sprout earlier today. Did start on the CT side again, but got only 9 rounds. And even though they were able to put up a fight on the offense, it wasn't quite enough. As we pointed out, Body had a phenomenal individual performance early on today. The XG2 player ended on 30 and 7 and 21. 1.46 rating for the man. Being the difference maker. Afro, another guy that we're looking forward to watching here on Ancient. A player that, you know, has set up the bar quite high for himself. Regarded as one of the biggest prospects of the French scene, but hasn't really been able to deliver yet. At least today in this tournament.
Emma might try and deliver a bomb plant here. Might try and pick up a few kills if he can with the MP9.
Yeah, bomb plant would be tough to achieve. Yeah. I mean, there's 4 people around him. Yeah. Exorcist just gonna take him down through the smoke. I was actually thinking about it though. In English, you'd pronounce it exercise, right?
Yeah.
But in French, it would be exercice. So I was really confused on how to pronounce his nickname, even though it's a simple one. Should we go for the French version?
Exercise, maybe, yeah. Oh, now that I see it, yeah. Well, now that I'm properly reading it, but I don't know.
Because that's how you'd say it in...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The language of love.
Maybe we might go with exercise, but just don't give out to me if I go back to exercise. Don't. Just,
yeah, it's fine.
It might happen. Now, aggression coming out towards middle here. Kios catches Afro completely off guard. Look for the second, and it is going to be exercise that only comes away with 1. Shui will take him down, and Gamerlegion start on the first buy round very well indeed. Joko and Jax are doubled up in towards the mid house. Isaac got a massive kill. Is he expecting Jax in this close up position? Yes, he is, and he takes him down now as well. First round on the board for this T side, and he now have to think about, do they want to go for the investment in this round? Or maybe just save, because a save in this round actually wouldn't be too bad. I mean, they'll have a fantastic buy in the following, so it might just be a full round of USPs with the occasional upgraded pistol here and there.
Yeah, Jax is going to be the only one that's not going to have a lot of money in the next one, but it's alright. He can still play on an MP9. Quite used to it by now, you know, being the B player. You can get away with it. It's a good start for Gamerlegion, resetting the economy quite early. That's a great boost from Body. Seeing Body in cheeky plays. Does roll back the line. You remember the cash days. It was a wallbang back then, not a boost, but, you know, still cheeky. He's a master of the gimmicky plays.
Yeah. Anything to get your team the advantage in a round, especially in a round like this, where you don't have too many opportunities presenting itself. Still, Gamerlegion very, very cautious about a round like this, and Body won't get out of that position alive. Exorcist gets taken down by Isaac, and surely these pistols are going to be absolutely chewed up towards middle. But Chewy goes down. Can Jax get a little bit more? With the Deagle, maybe.
Yeah. We've seen some magic in the G2 days. I had a thought about it some time ago. He actually joined G2 4 years ago. That was a long time. And for me, it felt like it was yesterday, you know. Back in the days when he got picked up with Lucky from 3D Max.
That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Holy.
Yeah, it was. It was. I didn't get the feeling of Jack spending 4 years on G2, but apparently that was the case. But moving forward, first buy around Afro, back onto an AWP buy for everybody. As we pointed out, Jax being the only person with low money is going to be on an MP9, but still doesn't struggle in terms of utility. So this is actually quite a stellar investment coming in from the Heat boys. Some early middle presence being shown from Gamerlegion though, but Heat decided not to fight for it just for now. They're going to be content with lane.
Joke has to make his way back here as he's hearing the presence out towards middle. He's the only man that can really stop this for the moment. The flash comes in. It's going to be good enough to get one, but Shu at the refrag. Are they expecting the second player close by? That's going to be Afro with the AWP. A shot off the mark. Now has to back away a little bit into safety. It is just going to be the swap over. Jax is now going to be looking towards as Exorcist pushes through A. Finds Acor. Happy enough, Heat now once again. Lovely mid-round aggression coming in from the Frenchman.
Yeah, unfortunate timing as well. Catches him on the reload.
Perfect timing from the other side.
Yeah, I guess. Depends on the point of view.
Oh, there's all the information in the world. That all you could need, all you want right now. As Emmett retreats all the way away. So Heat needs to be ready. But what's coming in? Smoke will go over. They will just try and hold on to A main here. Emma spots out the first player. That's going to be Exorcist, who deploys the molly and still manages to find that kill. Now the steps are being heard. Jax is now walking in behind them, and the distraction might be more than enough. Shui's going to try and put this bomb down as the spray will come on through. He gets the bomb plant, but does not get out of there alive. A little bit of a money injection to the accounts of Gamerlegion, but it is going to be a round injection to the side of Heat.
Yeah, that's something that Gamerlegion need to get accustomed to, and that is something that 100% Sprout needed a lot of time to, get used to early on. It's the constant mid-round aggression coming in from Heat, right? And that round was a perfect example of it, I believe. First, he had Exorcist towards A main. He gets the kill, falls back, and then knowing that this kill is probably going to provoke a bit of a reaction from Gamerlegion, Afro does the same with the AWP towards ramp and tries to find something. Well, he doesn't find the kill particularly, but clears out the entire map and makes sure that Gamerlegion are on a bit of a timer going for that A play. And as soon as Exorcist finds the second kill, it's pretty much round down. Time to switch it up, though. It's going to be the A-bomb site to be attacked, and Exorcist, he's going to deploy that smoke. That's going to slow them down for now, but they'll eventually run through it.
Flash is going over. Exorcist still on the back of the site. He's just dancing around this big box here, and his teammates are rotating in. Eventually, he's going to be taken down, but Body's now there, and he's out towards default, causing problems for Gamerlegion. They can't really push past, so instead they will go back. As now thinking about spotting a player over towards default. They're going to boost the Opera up. Immo walks out towards middle and finds Joko now in the meantime. We're into a 3 versus 3 in Gamerlegion. They might just get the runners on and head over towards B. The issue is they kind of have to be a little bit slow about this because they don't know if that B site is completely free, if there's somebody pushed in towards the laneway, or if there's somebody waiting for them in middle. Now, that kill onto Body could be absolutely massive because Afro, he's completely occupied, he's completely distracted, and the Gamerlegion boys get up to B for free.
Oh, yeah, and the timing is absolutely perfect, right? If Afro turns around and looks towards the door, he's going to catch the bomb crossing, but he really doesn't. He thought that the Oper would peek again, and even though he might have the kill onto Acor here, he's actually on scope, needs to be quite quick with it. And Acor No reason to walk in, and he's just going to hold the line. That's perfectly played by Gamerlegion. This has to be the save.
Such an
Actually
important
peaks
kill.
on timing.
Yeah. Such an important kill from Acor there. That really just changes the dynamic of that round completely. Finds the kill in towards middle, because if Acor doesn't find that, then Afro has that locked down right towards the laneway. There's no way they cross at all. Good recovery in that round from Gamerlegion, because the A play wasn't working out for them either.
Yeah, Exorcist has been doing a really good job towards A, right? Even though, right, he goes down 1 for 1, this is what you want from your A anchor in a situation like that. Just get 1 kill, call for help, support flashes were good. Try and win as much time as possible for the rotations to arrive. He's on a 9-3 start, but regardless of it, Gamerlegion getting 3 rounds out of the first 6 on the T side of Ancient, that's not bad whatsoever. And look at the money of Heet once again. It's just in a terrible spot.
Level. And a buy around for both sides coming in. Once again. Aggression out towards middle from Heet body. Gonna be hoping to find somebody through that smoke, but nothing gonna happen. And there might be a late crunch here towards middle that the CTs need to be a little bit cautious about. Body finds the first kill and a second as well. Turns his attention now towards the laneway, where he's not able to find anything. Emma is saying, Shuey, please, mate, I'm on your team. Don't be spraying me in the back.
Yeah, he was ready for the spray transfer behind him, by the way. He thought that they were getting pushed from ramp. He was ready to shoot back.
Oh, who needs enemies when you have friends like that, eh?
Yeah, it does happen sometimes. Chaos could be a king, and he's not a rightful one. Body just gonna be jump spotting from the back. Red room, spots the player. Instant reaction, instant flick onto Emma. A lovely triple kill so far from the veteran. And it's a 2 versus 4, and they've separated actually. Shuey coming in from Donut has Acor closing out the distance from A main, and that smoke means that they need to wait it out a little bit. Otherwise, Acor is going to be facing all alone here.
But if Shuey goes down, round is pretty much done regardless. And well, Ecstasy's now looking, but caught completely unaware. Shuey will take him down. Molly's behind him in donut, but Body finding that kill is a problem, and Shuey's just going to stick the plan here. Body tries to get him off it and fake with the steps, but Shuey doesn't bite. Instead, moves and pivots round, sights locked on Temple. But he has been heard now. He's been spammed through the smoke, and Body knows that damage has been done. Shuey's heard the scope of the opera. That's a missed shot into the next. Looking towards the CT player. He's found him. And now Shuey knows exactly where Afro is. He swaps over to that M4. Shuey waiting for him to make his way out. Temple, but exposes too much of his body. Afro will take him down. And that is going to be another round out there from Heet. Shuey with a very nice try in that 1v3 clutch.
Yeah, he showed great awareness on where the following peak would come from the Heat players. And at the end of the day, it was just really unfortunate. He was already low on HP. Afro switching back to the M4 as well makes it a really tough and tall order. There's the kill that changes a whole lot. Body getting his 4th kill in the round. And you gotta feel like Body just does more than enough there. 4 kills overall. Single-handedly the reason that Heat get this one on the board, and even though Shuey was so close in the 1 versus 3 attempt, it's just going to be disappointment for Gamerlegion after this. Well, I say disappointment. You still get away with a bomb plant and 4 kills, which is not bad. Considering you're on the T side of the most CT-sided map in the pool, this could actually be fairly alright. Obviously, both these teams in a really tough spot right now, trying to fight for their spot in the arena. And for all of you wondering, well, today we have Group A going on, tomorrow we have Group B, and then the day after, which is the 18th, is from Friday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the playoffs that are going to be taking place in the arena. You can get your tickets still below. There isn't a lot left, but there still is some. So you can join in. If you haven't ever seen an arena full of 8,000 shouting Finnish fans, well, you get a chance. And Kills gets a chance at a really good kill onto Body. That was lovely timing.
Yeah, Body's been really caught by that one. Rather unfortunate. It's a lovely reaction there from Afro to take down Kios, and the damage was actually done. Joko behind him. Isaac waiting for the aggression from Exorcise, and he will take him down. That's gonna spread a little bit of panic into Heet right now, as Aiko will find a headshot onto Joko next. Afro is still here with the AWP. Needed to connect on that shot. Now it gives Isaac a chance, and you give him too many chances and he will take them. Jax has to save in this one. No chance left in the round. Gamerlegion, they will tie this one up 4-4, and they will keep 4 players alive, which is going to be a big boost to the T's economy as well.
Yeah, it's a great start. We saw something similar on the previous map, but you know, back then it was Gamerlegion just having a really dominant start and then slowly letting ends back into the game. But so far, Heet haven't really shown too much promise. I mean, we've seen some good stuff from Exorcist and Body, but that's been about it, right? Jax is on 3 kills, Afro on 3 as well. Joko is on 1. So you combine the kills of Jax, Afro, and Joko, and the 3 of them have less than Exorcist and Body individually, which speaks kind of enough. We pointed out that Body had heroic performances on map 1 and 2 as well, but they still lost, and Jax is even going to go down. That's a massive find for Acor.
Yeah, that's tough, isn't it? That is very tough.
Yeah. And look at the money as well. They had to force. That was going to be a force regardless, but they would have had that 1 M4 and potentially a dropped over MP9. Now they don't have even that. It's just going to be pistols. And they actually, yeah, they forced last second. I was about to make a bit of a point about it, but it was a late buy.
Yeah, this is a real problem here for Heat right now. They need to hope that the Deagles find something, and Afro through the smoke has found that headshot. That is absolutely ridiculous that he's managed to get that one. Him gets only 1. It's going to be traded back by Jax. This is a massive problem for Gamerlegion. The panic surely is going to set in just that little bit. Jax trying to get fortunate through the smoke again, but it's not going to happen. As Gamerlegion down to 3. Acor being put under the cosh here by Exorcise. And Gamerlegion just need to kind of slow this one down for the minute, but they don't really have a lot of places to go right now, as they want to try and keep the weapons away from Heat, right? You know, it's okay, it's doable versus pistols, but once the CT's going to get their hands on AKs, then it becomes a big problem. Now Acor eventually has to give that one up. Isaac now clearing out all of these close angles towards A, still looking for Exercise, spots him out on the jiggle, gets that smoke down, and big risk. Big risk going through this.
That's big. He's going to get up close on the other side. Flashes are not going to catch him. Isaac still manages to get the kill. This is big. Exorcist, he was in such a good position, but you still have to get away from Body, and he's going to land the tag. Not quite the frag. AK has been picked up by Afro. Same for Jackson. Jackson's going to be able to catch one of the third. Needs to get all 3. Gets 1, gets 2. And there is the third from Jax, stepping up when they needed him the most. And that's another round on the board for Heat.
What a round that is for Heat. They have to go for the force. They're on the double eco, and if they don't win that, their money's completely shattered. We're talking at least 60 rounds already given away by Gamerlegion, and Heat, they know that was a massive one to win in terms of this best of 1. They're going to call their second timeout already. Round for round though, you can see up there, we are going back and forth here. We're trading a lot, which is not going to help the CTs at all boost their money. Still in very dangerous territory, because Gamerlegion, they're going to buy up here. They're going to have a pretty comfortable buy as well. And if Heat lose this one, their money could be in the exact same situation that they were just in. So, issues, problems, but only if Heat allow themselves to fall back into the economic uncertainty.
Yeah, first round for Jax that he manages to step up in as well, which is going to be massive for his mental game, obviously. We know what he's capable of. Mechanically, one of the most gifted players we've seen in the French scene in the past couple years. Joko actually walks by him, and that's so awkward.
Him had absolutely no idea. Afro finds Shuey making his way up towards the ramp. Acor, As those smokes clear, he's going to be in no man's land right now. The shots whiz by him. And, well, that one will not. It'll whiz right through his head. Jax finds that kill. And that should be the round there. A 5v2. And Heet have pretty much every site locked down. They spot Kios making his way out towards A. That's going to pull a heavy rotation. As Kios now might try and fight his way through CT and go towards B. That's the plan right now. But still, a big problem is the fact that Isaac with the bomb has to make his way through the laneway. But still, they haven't spotted where Kios has went. So technically, the B home site is free for Isaac right now. Body finds that kill. And now they go searching for the final player.
You know, he can actually get away with the bomb plant here.
Yeah.
Afro is just holding the line from deep towards middle. He knows that, well, towards CT, because he knows that Isaac could have caught a bit of a timing. He doesn't really want to risk giving away the AWP a chance, and knows that ideally Isaac in a 1 versus 5, even though he can get away with the bomb plant, he would love to get a kill maybe or two and get himself into a winnable position. But it's just going to be the plant, the bonus cash. Afro is going to hold the line now. Smoke's actually going to isolate him.
Oh, they're coming from absolutely everywhere, though, and not a lot you can do when they're coming from all angles. And eventually, Afro gets onto an angle where you can see him. AWP connects, and it's going to be a 6-4 lead now for this Heet side. But Gamerlegion, they won't be feel too hard done by with a little bit of a money bonus there. Of course, they're not going to be best pleased with the way that the round went, as you can see Heet were just looking maybe for another AWP. What a shot that was from Jax, though.
Yeah. He's starting to come back to form. You know, remind us of what it used to be like back in the days in G2. Showing some good potential. That's what you'd expect from a person like him. As we said, himself and Body have played multiple big LAN tournaments throughout their careers. And oh, that's a massive HE there from Body. And he's even going to collect it. Oh no, the HE was actually from Afro, pardon. But Body gets most of the kills. I guess that's just the definition of a cleanup.
Yeah, round pretty much over there. The initial push instantly stopped. You lose 3 members, and Isaac tagged down as well. He has to fall back away to a little bit of safety. It's Emma to find a nice deagle headshot. He might be able to go get his hands on that rifle, but has no idea where the other players are on this defense. So he's being very cautious, seeing if anybody is going to give him an opportunity. Now he is an AK.
Oh.
But
yeah,
no
they've
armor.
given him a rifle at least.
I don't think he'll be allowed to bring it home, though. I think he'll have to give it back at the end of the day, and he'll have to give it back at the end of the round as Body takes it off him. 7-4, 3-round lead now, but Gamerlegion do have enough money to facilitate a buy.
I'm telling you what, if he'd actually managed to make it through into the playoffs somehow, Body is going to be the player of the group. He's been spectacular so far. I don't think we have an individual that's been able to put on performances like his. I mean, he did have a 27-20 in their first map, 30-21 on their second map, and now he's up to 13-6 after only 11 rounds played.
It's very difficult to keep up with him. I'd agree with you there. It's very difficult to keep up with a quick mid play at all, but Heet seem to be doing a very good job of it. Afro and Body once again, they are going to shut it down. Body 15-6 right now, and Emma and Acor left stranded alone. Well, Emma is anyway. Acor is nowhere near him to offer any kind of support whatsoever. And once again, Gamerlegion, they look to not get a bomb plant. So that means they're not going to have any money at all in the next round, really, either. It's going to be probably a few upgraded pistols once again. But Heet really have began to turn up the heat in these last few rounds. Acor spotted out now. And I mean, look at the CTs. Look at all the blue dots just swarming him now. Doesn't get a chance to get out of there alive, and that is a relatively clean round from Heet. They barely take any damage at all.
Yeah, the Lord of Middle. Body just doesn't seem phased whatsoever. Every single time he's been able to deliver at least 2 kills. He's been more than phenomenal, and even though the start was a little bit shaky for Heet on the city side, pardon, now they've started to actually find their ground, and it feels like Gamerlegion is the team to struggle. Again, this is just the T side, so you can get Ash into the team speak in this tactical timeout, have a little bit of a talk. If you get 1 or 2 more rounds until the end of the half, this is still a successful one, right? You still get 5 or 6, it's all right. It's absolutely manageable, especially in a BO1 environment. Obviously, you get the pistol round the second half, you get the conversions, you're on the defensive side of things, you can bounce back into the game. But still, what we've seen from Heet those past couple of rounds is really impressive and really scary for the side of Gamerlegion in the meantime, because even though they've been able to do some damage sometimes, those past 2 or 3 rounds, they've been really dominant for Heet. Take a look at that economy being built up. And it's another round only against the pistols.
How Emma has got into there alive, I have absolutely no idea. 7 HP somehow.
If you want it, you can achieve it.
Yeah, he just believed that he could get in towards Chica there.
Just pray.
Well, he's in for the moment. But can't go much further just yet. Smoke goes down. Afro. Oh, he's posted on that angle. Oh, gets off it. That's a lovely reaction onto Shuey. Off the mark with the second. But Kios doesn't want to tempt fate too many times.
That's the second miss. About time to call it a day. Actually goes again. That's
such an awkward fight.
One of the more hilarious fights you're going to see towards middle, yeah. Afro finally gets the kill. Okay, that's a bit more like it. Kills goes down, and that was just the pistols trying to make it an expensive round. Acor already pushing up. Emma actually finds one in a second. Okay, wait a second. Surely no.
Well, there is chances, but Jax steals those chances right away. It's a 3K from him once again, and you know, you're speaking about body having a great performance. Jax has come up with the goods time and time again with the multi-kills, and I know that's only an eco, but that was getting very much out of hand. Emma on 7 HP, crept through to find a double, but it's wonderful from Jax there. Lovely spray control on the second, and crispy on the third to finish it off. 9-4 by round coming in here from Gamerlegion once again. 2 rounds to go. Heat are looking to get into double figures if they can. And to start things off, it's going to be an aggressive peek here from Acor. Jax might have just spotted him out there with that flash. The molly in return just to keep him a little bit further back. And right now, Gamerlegion are just being chipped away at by the util.
Yeah, great utility damage once again. Joko gets set up with a flash, does manage one, but the second one is going to get the refrag. It's Shuey to confirm it, even though Isaac's been tagged down. And it's actually Shuey. Yeah, he was behind him through the smoke. It's actually not Isaac to pick up the kill. He still gets tagged down, but doesn't connect into the shots. But look at Afro. He's going to get so aggressive towards middle. Jax needs to be extremely careful. Timing is everything, and timing is not going to favor body this time around.
Jax is going to walk on through. Shuey's unaware of it. Emma goes down. Shuey gave up that position, cost Emma his life, but luckily was able to find that refrag. And now it's Shuey and Acor to make their way up towards B, where Exercise is trying to rotate on in. He has lots of utility here. Molly can go down. That's going to force Shuey in towards Cave, but he still burns. And now a smoke here as well. Exercise doesn't know where to put it just yet. No idea where Acor is residing with that AWP. But if Exercise gets smoked off, or excuse me, if Acor gets smoked off, that's a big problem. But eventually he's going to peek out, and Exercise is going to win it. That's a beautiful 1 versus 2 clutch. The util making it possible as well. Didn't even need the smoke. That's 10-4 to Heat. And you can see the reaction there of the Heat boys. They are smiling, and so they should be. This has been a fantastic CT side from them on Ancient.
Yeah, and this clutch is just the cherry on top, right, isn't it? Exorcist, he's been really good whenever they've been going towards the A-bomb side, but they've been switching up things for the past couple rounds, so he hasn't really been getting into a lot of action, but as soon as he gets called upon, he manages to deliver a 1 versus 2. The first kill was great with the Molotov, and then for the second one, it was just slowing things down, making Acor feel really uncomfortable in his limited space that he had to work with. And Heat, if they get away with 11 rounds here, that's actually great. considering how things started, that was a 4-4, if I'm not mistaken. That was a leveled up game. Even though 4 rounds on D side could be considered all right, Heet, they've recovered really well.
Yeah, I mean, it was 4-4, man. This was back and forth for so long. It was so close at the beginning of this game. But it's been anything but close in the last few rounds. Jax, close call with death here. Needs to retreat a little bit to safety. Shuey got dinked up there. And I believe that was by Acor. So,
yeah,
more team damage done from Gamerlegion. They're not really helping themselves in these scenarios at all. And Shuey, on 9 HP, needs to be cautious. It's a wonderful peek onto Exorcist, but body with the refrag there is more than enough to keep the man advantage intact. As smokes go over towards B, but it looks like Gamerlegion aren't going to commit to this one. Body needs to be careful, needs to get close, and well, they need to clear him out. Isaac does exactly that, and now the chase is on, the sprint is on, as Gamerlegion try and get up towards A before Afro gets set up.
Oh, that's a perfect find from Afro. Manages to get in position with the AWP, finds the first one, and now Acor needs to take the plant. Jack's already on the lure coming in from Donut. Acor, he's going to try and go for an elevated angle. That's a really good idea, but somehow Afro is ready for advantages to react and get the shot. 11 rounds on the board for Heet. Another round that they probably shouldn't be winning, right? I mean, the fake was really good towards B. They knew that this could lure the B player, or rather the mid player, closer to it.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, if Heet are able to close this one out without any issue, then all that really stands in their way is, you know, a few conversions and a buy round. That's really it.
It could be an annihilation for Gamerlegion, and you know that's just gonna continue the story, getting from bad to worse. You know, winning their first game, then closing out, or rather losing their second one against Ents after having a good lead. And now, if they get dominated in such fashion from Heet, this is surely gonna make it even bad. But Heels does manage to find the opening kill. Emma was the second player. They're gonna fall back for now. Jax is all alone on the other side, so doesn't really want to swing for the kill just yet.
Yeah, Gamerlegion really need this pistol if they want to stand a chance now. Isaac needs to be cautious. He hasn't actually spotted Exercise, and that's a big problem here. Oh, tries to react in time, but realizing he's very close, and Exercise will find that kill and might continue to make his way towards A, but it's not really pulling too many rotations just yet, especially because it's gone silent. As right now, he'll reposition. He'll move all the way in, and Gamerlegion seem to be very aware that this, for the moment, is not A.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to retake it as well, right? Then they have the kid, and this failed smoke is actually not going to help them out. They're not going to be able to fake the split. This is a big mistake. Exorcist is all alone here. Even though he's going to be able to cross, they know he is alone. They're not going to move.
Oh, it's a big problem for Heet right now, and especially because Exorcist has gone down, smokes go in. As now, Heet will make their way out onto the bomb site. Gamerlegion can't really stop it just yet, but Kios with that kill might entice them to push forward on the plant, and that's exactly what they're going to try and do. Body gets only one. Jax needs a whole lot more, won't get anything done. Aiko with the double takes him down, and that is going to be that CT pistol going the way of Gamerlegion. They keep themselves alive here on Ancient as they pick up their first CT round, and it's 5 for them.
That was actually a good idea if the smoke lands correctly towards CT. I feel like mid-round, if it's an on-the-fly call, it could catch Gamerlegion off guard. You rarely see that smoke being utilized in such a late part of a pistol. So I think if the smoke lands, there could be some potential, especially if Exorcist manages to push back the player playing towards tempo and, you know, drags away the rotations. But he'd still get away with a bomb plant and a couple of kills. AK is going to be brought in. Galil for body. A couple of pistols for Afro and Jax.
Yeah, I mean, the investment is there, and it's not a bad one, really, is it? So, could be problems. The only problems right now is for Jax, is that he has an MP9 and shreds him to pieces. As he wait out this smoke, wait for it to clear. There's 2 players ready and waiting. I mean, Kios has cleared all of B right now. He's got that on lock, so Gamerlegion can be quite heavy towards this A site, but that kill really just hints the hurt a little bit, and there's a whole lot more. Massive headshot. Isaac out of the round. Smoke goes down. Bomb can be planted safely as well, and they can even get off the site if they want to. They're thinking about maybe pushing in towards Donut. Exercise might go through on the fade here, but they are really confined for the minute, which could be a problem.
Yeah, Joko still manages to get 1 kill after Shui takes down Body. Imma left in a 1 versus 3. Does manage to get the first. Still needs 2 more. And Apro, he's disappeared. It's been such a long time since he's been spotted, so he can now just play for the round. Exorcist, he needs to stay alive. He needs to waste time. There's no defuse kit on him. The round is over. He's just trying to find the kills. Does manage 1, but there's not enough time. He's going to smoke on the bomb. Just try and make him panic. Just try and make sure that he's going to go down to the bomb. But it's going to be a Heat round. It doesn't matter. 12-5. They don't care that they go down. They still get it on the board. They still get it done. Gamerlegion. This is so devastating.
So devastating for Gamerlegion. You can see just trying to rally the troops there because they know exactly what a kind of position that he find themselves in, right? I mean, This is a really good spot after winning that round, even though Imma does get away and save that AK. The money could be really badly reset here if things don't go their way at all in the early instances. And Body, he's found that opening kill. Molly will go over as Acor is forced out of that spot, but will get away safely for the moment. But man advantage with Heet here. Shui looking to try and go for that peek. He catches Joker with an nade in his hand, and that might be more than enough. Backs away to safety as now Jax looking for that refrag. Smoke goes down. Shui's still waiting for somebody maybe to push on past. Not going to happen just yet. Oh, and Shui's going to be mollied here. Oh, 4 HP. Lucky to get out of that one alive.
Yeah, and they know it, right? They've heard the burning and they've heard the smoke. They know exactly what's going on in Afro. He's going to turn around and hold for the push. There's one. Ready for a second. Lovely stuff from Heet. They've just controlled the round so well. And they know there was one player at least towards Cave, so now they can just group up and play it together. It's a 4 versus 2. Worst case scenario, you're going to be in a 3 versus 1 going on to the bomb side. And one thing I want to highlight, by the way, is the individual level on the side of Heet. I think this is something that we can emphasize on. The amount of crisp shots we've seen from Heet so far this game is insane. You know, we've had some from Jax, we've had some from Body throughout the entire day. Exorcist as well stepping up massively. You just got to feel like you miss the AWP on Afro when that's going to be the full package. Heet looking really dangerous. Let's not forget, this is a money break round right now for Gamerlegion.
Yeah, Nema only comes away with 1 kill here. Shui was low because of the earlier Molotovs, and Jax, he's going to find a double to finish that one off. No problems whatsoever. 18 and 8 right now. Jax Body has got 18 kills as well, and Heet find themselves 13 rounds. That means Gamerlegion's money is completely shattered as well. This is such a problem for Gamerlegion, and this might be the victory, the hard-fought victory that Heet have been after for so long.
Yeah, just to say so. I mean, putting it out there, Jax in their first game was on 0.7, and their second game against Sprout was on 0.81 rating. 10 and 18 and 16 and 22. So now that he's facing off against Gamerlegion, he's decided to have the best game of his day right now. And if you're a Gamerlegion, you gotta feel a little bit hard done by it. You're looking at a 14-5 in a really tall order of a comeback. One of those, well, picture perfect required games, as you like calling them. You gotta play perfect CS for a long period of time, otherwise you're just out of the equation, and the money on Heet is going to be good enough for them to be able to reinvest a couple rounds in a row. Gamerlegion. Well, back's turned against the wall. We've seen a couple comebacks so far today, but this one surely will topple all of them.
Yeah, I mean, if Heet are able to close this out as well, this is the most dominant game that we've seen so far here at the Espoo, right?
Yeah, and mentally is gonna help them out to bounce back in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely help Heet, right? You know, they've got that game coming up against Ents, I think their next game is, so it's a tough game no matter what. But Gamerlegion are going to feel pretty hard done by because they started well. They played well in the first two, but they just really haven't been in this game at all.
Yeah, completely isolated. First buy round on the CT side, though, could be lost. AWP for Acor. And Force for the rest. Heet just playing the default. They want to test the water. Don't really want to throw yourselves at it. You realize what kind of a situation you're in. You have a really good chance to close it out right here, right now. And Shui's going to be all alone taking that fight. Afro decides not to swing for now. That's going to give enough time for Shui to fall back and play it alongside Emma. They are still gathering for that B play though, and Emma's not really going to spot anything here on the back of the flash peak. So that might lure them into some false sense of security, but look at Chaos.
Oh, Shui puts a stop to the first player through the smoke. Exercise gets that refrag onto Chaos, so that was a massive threat in the round. And Shui, he just gets spammed right on through, as now the bomb is going to make its way in. Afro tries to swing wide, but Acor is holding for it. And now the bomb is going to make its way over towards A. Isaac is going to try and lock off these rotates, and he's found that kill. Spots out the second player as well. Needs to take him down. Oh, looks away. Thought he killed him. And that gives just a small chance. But Exercise, he needs to get on here. He needs to stick the bomb, and he needs to hope his teammate can hold for him. But the swing is good. Isaac takes him down. The round is Gamerlegion's, but it was very messy indeed. Jax will fall. Nothing saved on the Heat side, but the game completely saved for Gamerlegion.
Oh, what a chaotic round that was. Especially after Shui goes down through the wall there. You gotta feel like there is a chance, but Acor managing to find that kill onto Afro, I believe it is. That was the game savior, and Isaac well aware of the possibility of a last second A rotation from the T side Heat. They tried to go quickly under the Heat, but didn't manage to go out and escape. 14-6. Money is still not great. I mean, look at the buy on Gamerlegion. They still have 2 MP9s, utility is not perfect, and they have only 1 defuse kit on Shui. That one is not over yet. He'd still have the upper hand. Gamerlegion, they need to fight a little bit more if they want to get a couple free rounds, or well, a couple better rounds. I believe Joko's seen him. He spotted that. He knows exactly what's going on.
Oh, Shui's going to clear him out. And now they know exactly that the laneway is clear, so they might just rotate on over. Be a little bit more cautious about A, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You see, Keel's still up very close indeed. Going to try and tear apart a few of the AKs with that MP9, but nothing of the likes happens. Once again, body out towards middle, CT or T side, he can find the kills for you. We're into a 4v4. Big nade onto body there from Shui. Just softens him up a whole lot more. Makes it a little bit more doable if he walks into the line of sight of any of the CTs. Now, he have a little bit of a decision to make where they want to go. Isaac hasn't seen anything towards Donut, but that smoke has allowed the T's now to cross over into mid-house. This is a problem.
That's an A split. I think they have a smoke on Exorcist as well, but they're going to decide to run back towards Donut. Afro doesn't react. Isaac is going to find a double kill. That's the bump as well. That's round over.
15 seconds, you just don't have the time. Body has to make noise going back. He's happy just to sit where he is. Jax is going to be completely blindsided by Acor, and that's the round done and dusted. Yeah, a little bit of a indecisiveness, really, that cost Heat there. They were thinking about going for that A split, decided to go back, and when it happened, he was completely, the first player, completely caught unaware. I believe it was Afro with the AWP that was caught sleeping by the swing. And to add insult to injury there, Jax goes down and he has $300 in his bank account. I think $350 if we want to be generous about it.
Yeah.
But guys, after time, no money for him.
7 decoys. That's all he could afford. Which is quite a lot, to be fair. 7 decoys. Have you ever seen 7 decoys explode at the same place?
No, I can't say I have.
I don't think I have either. But surely there is some kind of, you know, a crazy game mode where you can just throw a limited amount of decoys
and it just
breaks do damage with them.
Just breaks a game, yeah.
Oh, well, that was toxic. No. Face-it games are good. Well, they're all right. Oh, it was actually body. not Jax, on the 350, but yeah, no money for him. It's unfortunate. They even caught a bit of a pause there, you know, talk things over. It's still 14-7, still quite comfortable lead, but you know how things could plan out to be, especially on the defensive side of things on this map. Momentum could be a big thing, especially for a team like Gamerlegion that it feels like they just need something to go well for them at this point. It's been a really, well, tough start of the day for them in this game as well, especially in this game. Oh, that was a bit wild from Shui. Still manages to get the kill. And it's going to be an 8th round. Quite important that they don't single player to the pistols, and that's going to be the case. Just build up the money. Make sure that even if you stumble and lose one more round, you're going to be able to reinvest with the rifles and keep on fighting. As you said, at this point, you just want to make sure you don't really get dominated, right? Even if it gets to losing a map, that's not going to put you out of the fight for the first 3 places. You just want to make sure you don't get, you know, 16-5, 16-6 or whatever. If you get up to 10, 11, 12 rounds, just know that you were able to put up a fight, but you just had to work a little bit more on your T side. That would be a bit of a silver line for the boys.
Yeah, bringing it back slowly but surely. But yeah, you just want to make this one, you know, a little bit better on the scoreline right now. But still winnable. I mean, still very, very winnable. You just need to make sure you don't fall to a round that looks a whole lot like this.
No way.
Exercise, big double dink onto Emma. There's nobody here to stop this towards B. The mollies can go in, but the bomb is yet to cross, and Kios could catch it. Catches Afro in the head.
Oh my.
Jax, on the fadeaway with that. Tech 9 finds that kill. Smokes down on the site. Jack gonna try and get this plant. Maybe they might spam on through. Exercise is down, but Body finds that next kill. And now it's down to just Shui and Isaac. Both players coming from the same angle. Joko overlooked. And Body finds that kill. Now a 1v1, 1 HP versus 19. Body spams on through. As the flash does go over, Chewy, he's sticking the defuse here. He knows that it's not probably planted for Body, tries to line it up, and Body is going to connect. It's 15-8, and a round like that is one they definitely do not want to lose to, but it is the one that topples the Gamerlegion.
A French team winning a round on the T side with the pistols. Would you have it any other way? What a round that was from Heet. Anybody that had to get a kill 100% did, and for the most part of it, Gamerlegion were able to get the refrags, right? For the most part, they were able to at least keep them honest, but it's Body in the 1 versus 2, and the ding from the Tech 9 of Jax makes it a lot easier for him. And who else? Body, the best player of the Heat lineup so far in this tournament, stepped it up once again. And now look at the buy from Gamerlegion is great, but they're going to switch it up again. Just running out of A. There's nobody here. They can just hold the lines. They have a free bomb site to work with.
Smoke goes down on the middle of the site now. Jackson Exercise find the opening 2 kills, and it's down to just 3. And they need to hope for a miracle here at Gamerlegion, but it's not going to happen. Not in this round at all, unless the leader can lead by example. It's Shui finds the first kill, but now his position known. He's smoked off. He's going to be spammed on through, and Heat finally pick up their first victory. It's celebrations and high fives all round, deservedly so. They were the better team on that map, and that keeps them in contention to maybe, just maybe,